Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Joy of Resin once again. So we are taking the next steps on this piece, and then I have prepped some other smaller pieces to satisfy my need to craft small things. Yeah, I have words, I just can't find them. So the original intention with this one had been to put a black opaque layer for the next step, so that you would only see the wedges and the discs of wood. However, the wood did not stay above the surface of the resin the way I'd hoped it was, probably because it was soaked in resin and therefore did not float as I intended. So instead, I filled in the spaces with the black and neon gravel, and now I'm just gonna cement that all in place and hope the gravel doesn't float too bad. So we have just a bucket of clear, and now we gently pour. Okay, that's looking pretty good. What am I doing next? How much can y'all see on here? Not much. Okay. The fuck? Oh. I saw steam rising from something and I was like, what is on fire? But it was just the heat coming off of my heat gun. Alright, let me move this to the cabinet real quick, very carefully. Oh, look, more bubbles. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is going to continue bubbling because of all the rocks, so spritz it real quick with the... Oh, so you're not fully submerged, are you? Alright. You want to play this way, huh? Okay. All right. Now let's move it to the cabinet. Shit. Okay. Success. Not covered in resin. Not having resin all over my floor. Outstanding. All right. So I have some kitties prepped with flora and rocks and whatnot, and I have a new flower mold that I've painted with mica powder and a little glow in the dark. I have my octopus planter that I need to finish that's just been sitting there all fucking winter, and I need to lower the level of my camera. Okay. Not sure how much I'm going to finish with what I have left. So we'll start with the octopus and go from there. Let me be smarter than I look. No, you absolutely do not need Dee Pour resin for these size projects, but I'm working with Dee Pour resin right now, so that's what I'm going to utilize. Just a smidge. Okay, and now we do the cats. These are going to require multiple layers because they are full of stuff. And when you're full of stuff, there will be bubbles and sinking and soaking. But not like the soaking those Mormons do. Yes, I just went there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's let that sink. This one might be a problem because it is full of rocks, which is going to make getting down in there difficult. Lots of small rocks. So we squish to help get the resin to settle. Help the bubbles rise. This is a brand new flower mold that I just recently acquired. Thank you, Timu? Tamsin? Okay. Alright, let's move these to the cabinet. Whoops. Move these ones over. Let's give this one a little bit more squishing. Alright, let's see if I can scrape any excess off. Enough to help me out a little bit. Alright. Well, that's it for now. This will be my next piece that I start work on. Centerpiece for a new river coffee table, because the previous one looked pretty good, aside from the fact that it needs a shitload of cleanup that I'm going to have to build an entire enclosure for, which should be fun. But coming soon to a raven near you. Alright, for now, see you guys. Thank you for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, all the things. Comment.